Well, hello, it's Wednesday and it's time for Woolly Hats Wednesday Whip, and you join us on a nice sunny March day. It's quite sunny in the sun, but not in the cool, and that's why, in the shade, that's why I've got my jumper on, which some of you might recognise. It's my lovely Rowan jumper I knitted with lots of bits of wool that I had left over from, and bits of wool I buy from various places and use them up to make this lovely, lovely jumper, which is nice and snuggy for a day like this. Right, so what have I been up to? Well, I've been quite busy doing other things besides knitting and crochet this week because I ran 10k on Sunday, and that was an amazing feat, and I was very pleased with that. So I was out and about quite a lot. However, I did manage to get time to do some sock knitting. So we did have friends around and lots of other things like that. And sock knitting, I find, is quite a nice way of something simple, because I know the pattern more or less off by heart. And with this lovely yarn here, see, it makes it look as though you're changing colour all the time, but you're not, because it's self-striping yarn, which is fantastic. So this is from West Yorkshire Spinners. I bought it when I was on holiday last year in Scotland, in Aberfeldy. And they do some lovely self-striping yarn, which comes out, makes it look like Pharaoh, which is fab. There are other people that do self-striping yarn, and there's a lovely lady who I think she's in Lancashire. She's called the Yarn Badger, and she does some really nice sock yarn that's self-striping as well, so check her out on her website. It's really nice wool. So yes, this is this colourway is called Green Woodpecker, and it's West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply, and I think it's coming up rather nicely. And this is for Mr. W. So I've nearly come to the point where I need to do the toe, and then that will be sock 1 finished, and then hopefully I'll finish this one and not lose it like I did before. Some of you might remember the story. I'd knitted a sock, put it aside, picked up my bag to do another one, looked to see where the first one was to measure up, got the same dimensions, and I couldn't find it, so I ended up knitting 3. And we still haven't found the other sock, so God knows where it is. Anyway, so there we are. So lovely self-striping yarn. Sometimes you'll see sort of variegated yarn, but that's not quite the same. It doesn't do self-striping, it just comes out random colours. But I do like that, so that's that. As you know, I've been doing some decluttering and things, and finding things, and it's sort of, this time of year is the kind of time of year when you sort of like putting things together and sorting things out and all that kind of stuff, including, we had the gutters clean this week, so that's the kind of thing we do. So I made this lovely hat for Mr. W earlier on, and unfortunately he caught a bit of the yarn on a hook or something, so I washed it, and now I've got to figure out a way of sticking that back in, because it's not completely broken, but yeah, so I'm going to have to work out what to do there. So that's that one, so that's a little job. And then I was also going through my socks, and I found that I've got a hole. So this is, there you go, not meant to be there, only one hole in a sock, and that's where your foot goes. So this is this lovely yarn. So this is an example of variegated yarn. This lovely yarn is from Martha and the Squid, who's based in Scotland, and she does some really nice stuff. So I'm going to have to figure out a way of darning that there, and I'm wondering whether to do. So there's 2 ways of darning. One is you can try and make it blend in as nicely as possible, or you could just go, I've made a fantastic mend, and here I've done a different colour, and show you how fantastic it is. So I might do that, because I've got some contrasting yarn that could do well with that. But I don't want to lose it, because it's lovely. It's got merino in, which is nice and soft. And this pair of socks I knitted while I went to Costa Rica. So I knitted 1 sock on the way there on the flight, 11-hour flight, and 1 sock on the way back. And it caused great interest on the plane. And also it means that, well, certainly at British Airways, I took a circular needle. So if you want to take some knitting onto a plane, then try taking a circular needle. But do take a circular needle that's not too expensive, because if they do take it off you, that's not good. However, there we go. So I've got some mending to do. So yes, and then the other thing, we've got crochet for throws. So we'll be looking at borders today, and also bobbles and popcorns, but certainly borders. So this is the Coastal Crochet Seaside Blanket, which has got some nice things to do with borders there. So that's one side, and then she uses other things on that side as well. So we're going to be having a look at borders as well as popcorns and balls, so that'd be great. The other thing is that popped through my letterbox recently were the latest editions of the Knitter and also Inside Crochet. So magazines are a bit of an indulgence, aren't they? Because, you know, you can feel them. You can do things online to a certain degree, but I do like having this to inspire me. So one of the things I liked in the Knitter was this one. So that's that. I thought, can you see that? That's a nice springy jumper, although it's only an Aran, so it's quite thick, and it's a Fair Isle technique, and it's only using 2 colours, which means that you don't get too confused. And it's got diagonal arms. So diagonal arms are where you've got, you can see there, you've got bits underneath, so that it's actually quite baggy. So this is more than diagonal arms. That's big, long, elongated arms, but it means it's quite loose and a bit of a sloppy Joe kind of thing. So I quite like that. So good for inspiration. You can also get some magazines through your library. Certainly, so where I'm in Chester, you can go in and get online editions of various magazines. I don't think you can get this one, but you can get things like Simply Knitting, various other things. And then the other magazine I get fairly regularly is Inside Crochet. So nice summer jacket on there with daisies, not daisies, sunflowers, which is nice. But sometimes I do wonder about some of these designs. So there's this one here. Now, she's laughing there. I'm not sure whether she's laughing because she's being made to put on such a silly top or whether she's really enjoying wearing it. I don't know. Who knows? But I wasn't quite sure about that. And for those of us who've got a bit of a bust, I think that might be quite a bit of a no-no. It might make a lovely cushion cover, but I'm not sure about the top. What do you think? So there you go. So that's what I've been doing. So I shall be doing some more knitting and crochet this week. And possibly some outside, which is fab. So I think on the 29th of March, I think it's March, there's a yarn store day. So make sure you go to a yarn store and support them because they need your support. Right, that's all from me. I've got more jobs to do, more admin. We've got Mr. W and I doing a bit of an admin day today. So I shall go off and do that, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.